with the Los Angeles Chargers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Burrow on play action. And his first pass is incomplete. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year back in Week 2. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And good pursuit yet again by the Chargers as they stuff him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
On one, ready? 11.
Now it's Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. So a change of possession here on the punt, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
To throw again on 2nd down, Wilson. That's complete out right to the tight end, Tremble. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
Play action. It's Wilson. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. but then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
11, mighty. 12, 12, 12.
2nd and 10 now, Burrow. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. They go play action with Burrow. Rush coming, and he's taken down. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you could build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Got a man that's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Evan McPherson now for the PAT. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead.
Makes the score, Chargers 7, Raiders 0.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
11, Thomas.
Now Leonard Fournette runs over him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, partners, my old man used to say, make sure you strap up tight if you're going to try and stop one of those big horses out there. As you just saw there, this guy does not go down easily.
11 MT, 11 MT.
Now Burrow on 1st down. That is incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
after the incomplete pass. Here now is 2nd and 10.
Right, 80.
Play action. It's Burrow. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
12.
44's the Mike. 44's Mike. Check. Coming, baby.
Now Burrow. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
45's Mike. 45.
And they go play action now. Burrow rolling to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle. And this is taken in at the 5. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big play there for the Raiders. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Right, 80. Right, it's hot. 11.
2nd down and goal. Burrow flushed out right. The throw for Claypool is intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And now look at him go. The 30. 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. McPherson now for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14. Raiders nothing.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. He's got a man, it's his fullback. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Hold on a second, was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it to slot receivers? But the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
44's the Mike. 44.
11 Thomas.
Watch the run.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Charger football to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. The give is to Jones. Fighting through it, he's got space. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
They go play action now. Wilson. There's Trimble, the tight end. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
2nd and 5 now. Wilson taking a deep shot here for Hardman. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. McPherson on for the point after. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Chargers 21, Raiders nothing.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot down.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. And, Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there.
Touchdown! Mecole Hardman on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chargers are able to add on to their first-half lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive.
It's caught inside the 25. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. It's a big play there for Vegas. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's Burrow. Throw left side, taken in by Claypool. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Here we go. Stop.
Let's go.
180. What is that? 11. They got it. Stop.
Now it's Burrow. Rolling to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
44's the mic. 44's mic. Check.
Hey, kick. Stop.
Burrow going for it on fourth. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on fourth down, but to no avail. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. Here's Jones. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big gain that time for the Chargers. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Steps away. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson. Catch is made by Hardman. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch. Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again here, Wilson. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
They'll try again with Jones. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
11. Here we go.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Burrow. And his throw is incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
12.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Jonathan Abram picks it. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around.
Touchdown, Chargers! Aaron Jones. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that challenge, a successful one. Now Wilson on 1st down. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Eric Armstead able to record his 5th sack of the season. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Wilson. Being chased out left. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
McPherson's kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
Evan McPherson set to kick off.
Here's McPherson now to send it away.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. They go back to the air here after the INT. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
Here we go. Here we go.
Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that's caught inside the 30. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Charger drive about to get going.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Hey, 5, 2, 4. Got 4 down. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming, Mike.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
That's it, buddy.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Burrow on play action. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. He's going deep for Brown. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Chargers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned in.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Raiders are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
2nd and 10.
11 Thomas.
44 is the mic. 44 is Mike. Check. I got it. 44 is the mic.
Burrow looking to pass. He'll buy some time right. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down.
11 MT, tight.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. Down to about the 22 here. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Burrow will throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted.
It's C.J. Henderson picking it off.
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that is incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Play action. Now Wilson. On the move to his left. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Raiders pick it up. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
Raiders 10.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. First down and much more here for Jones. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. 84 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And the Raiders will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
What is that?
Mike's boat. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Now it's Burrow. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. He's got a man, complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A big play there for the Raiders. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Brought down back at the 45-yard line.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. And that'll set them back 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
12.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Steps away to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. A big play there for the Raiders. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now they go play action now. Burrow to the end zone, but it's incomplete. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds, right around the 7. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now Burrow. They'll roll him out right. And my goodness, another interception. Jonathan Abram picks it. And the Chargers are going to get the football here at their own 23. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Wilson. And Jones has it over the middle. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stopped short of the 30. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
The Chargers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Wilson. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big gain that time for the Chargers.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
On 1st down, Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 107 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Play action. It's Wilson. He's going to get this one out to his fullback.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Wilson now off the bootleg. Out to his left. And he rifles one incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. And obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
3rd down.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He's going to go up top again. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. it just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Throwing right, and that's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Here we go.
12, 11 MT.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Touchdown Raiders! A.J. Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Raiders 17.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
At the 25-yard line.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 116 yards rushing for him now to this point. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 38-yard line.
They'll run with McGee. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. On 3rd down, it's Jones. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Got the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because There are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. They will throw on first down with Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
Julian Okwara.
It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.